I got the gifts. My brother got the distance, but neither of us knew the truth. When I was 8, doctors found a small hole in my heart. It wasn't life-threatening, but it needed care. I had regular checkups, light medications, and I couldn't run around like other kids. My parents gave me a lot of attention, not because I was their favorite, but because I needed them more. My older brother Ethan didn't understand. He was 11, healthy, and full of energy. At first, he didn't say much, but over the years, I saw how he changed. He'd roll his eyes when Mom reminded me about my pills. He'd get quiet when Dad came home with something small for me, like a blanket, a book, or a better backpack. Doctors told my parents I shouldn't play too hard with other kids, especially games that could raise my heart rate or make me tired. So while Ethan was outside riding bikes or playing soccer with his friends, I stayed inside. My parents tried to make it feel normal. They played card games with me, helped me build puzzles, and even made little camping nights in the living room. I know they were trying their best to give me joy without putting my health at risk. But I think Ethan saw that as extra attention, not protection. On my 16th birthday, Dad surprised me with a lightweight laptop. I needed it for school because carrying heavy bags made me tired. Ethan saw me unwrap it, said nothing, and later that night, packed his bag and left to stay at Grandpa's house. My parents tried calling him, but he wouldn't pick up. I cried in my room. I never wanted him to feel unloved. I just didn't know how to explain the difference between being cared for and being favored. After 3 days, my grandma sat Ethan down. She told him everything. How my condition scared Mom so badly she barely slept when I was little. How Dad worked extra hours to pay hospital bills. How they used to cry quietly at night because they didn't know if I'd make it to my teens. Ethan stayed quiet the whole time. Then Grandma said something that really stuck. Your parents love you deeply, Ethan. But your sister? She needed them more. And love sometimes looks different when someone's fighting quietly to stay alive. Ethan came home that weekend. He didn't say anything dramatic, just walked into my room, handed me a chocolate bar, and sat beside me. After a few minutes, he whispered, "I didn't know. I'm sorry." We hugged. I think I cried more that day than the day he left. Later that night, he knocked on my door again and asked if he could sleep on my floor like we used to when we were kids. I smiled and nodded. We stayed up talking until morning. It was the first time he really listened to me, about my pain, my fears, the times I felt guilty just for being sick. A week later, he took a part-time job and used his first paycheck to buy me a little bracelet that said, "You're stronger than you think." He told me, "It's not just a gift, it's a reminder. You survived what I couldn't even imagine." That meant more to me than anything else. Now we're both older, and Ethan never lets me feel like a burden. Every time I go to the hospital now, he sits in the waiting room with snacks and a joke ready. And every time I look at him, I don't see the brother who left. I see the brother who came back.